I'm gonna give you the lowdown on how to do today's assignment, build a character. So first of all, if you didn't do yesterday's assignment, which was build a world, you'll need to stop and do that one first because this one builds on that. So this whole process basically is what real authors will do. That when they're trying to make someone fake seem real, often they'll fill out what are called character questionnaires because they're trying to basically deeply brainstorm about a fictional character to basically bring them to life. So you're going to think about the world you created yesterday, your fictional world, and you're going to try and start by brainstorming who's a character who could be on that world. And then the idea is you're going to use the world and the character you create today to then in the future, you're going to use those two things to then write a story. So this whole process is really what a lot of authors go through as well. So you have to think of how the character is going to fit into your world in some way. It could be as simple as just somebody living on the world, but it could be something more creative, like maybe somebody's visiting that world and that's the character that you're thinking about. If it were me, I would probably make this character my protagonist or my main character, because that way when you go to write the story, you already have your main character, your protagonist, and then you can create your story. So you are going to have to use your imagination. This is not real, right? This is fictitious. We're making a fake character seem like they could be real. So there are a ton of options. Do not freak out. You're not going to do all of these. You're only going to do you're going to do a small portion. There's 138 total, but that way you get to pick and choose the ones you like. Some students will start at number 1 and then they'll work all the way down to number 30, but I really don't recommend that method, because if you do that, you're missing 100 other options and there might be other questions that fit what you need so much better. So I really recommend that you pick and choose the ones that actually work for your world and for your character and for your story. So to get an A on this assignment, you are gonna need to answer 30, but they don't have to be incomplete sentences. Some of them will just be yes or no answers. Some of them will just be a short answer. Some of the answers might be a little bit longer. But the idea is to let the questions, they basically should end up helping you make your character. So they'll lead you to that. Now, this step is really important. If you don't do this, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to give you 0 points. But it saves me literally hours worth of grading if on whatever ones you answer that you then highlight and change the color or highlight it. I actually don't care what color, but as long as it stands out in some way. But I want you to highlight it so that when I'm grading, I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours for my 60 creative writers trying to find out of the 138 options. I don't have to try and find the 30 that you did. So I know it's a little extra effort on your part, but it makes such a huge difference. So please make sure you follow that step. There are always a couple of kids who are trying to be really impressive and they will answer all 138 questions. You don't have to, but if you do, that's a huge effort. So I would give you at least 15 coins for that. If your answers are a little bit longer, then I would give you more. You don't have to do all of them to earn extra coins. If you do more than 30, that would still earn you extra coins as well. But remember, you're going to use this tomorrow. So really think about who's a character that I want to be stuck with for one more day. Okay, there we go. Build a character.